Yes, yes, yes. Sound of Mark Hill. Me doing mine. We have a channel, Reax channel on the interwebs. Let's go.
And now it's time to play everybody's favorite game.
We are having that combination. Jesus Christ. We can't wrong.
Hello and welcome. Welcome in, welcome back. Welcome back, like Carter. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome in, welcome back, welcome one, welcome all. Good news is, I'm back. Baby, we're back. And boy, oh boy, do I have a show for you tonight. And boy, oh boy, do I have a show for you tonight. And by saying that, I mean, yeah, cruise the internet, get fat, show off the wares, get some reps in, took some time off. Time to recognize that this is what I do as I solidified my standing with Kitty with Truth Network. Time to recap. Nuggets get a good win tonight in Brooklyn. Back-to-back OT wins for the Nugs. We like that. We enjoy that. It's definitely going to be a team that has to work hard for everything that it gets. You had vice president, and when I do this, when I'm not on Kitty with Truth, I get to venture out into other places. So that's kind of the point of where we're going with it now. You had Vice President-elect Kamala Harris with a iconic looking speech anyway, trying to sell the closing argument. Tyler, the Creator, dropped a new album. I got so many things that I'm burning on, so many things that I'm interested in, and I figured, fuck it. Like Bill O'Reilly, we'll do it live. I want to set the table properly for what it looks like when Good News Travels Fast Reacts is on late night. I surf the internet, things that interest me, I talk about them. That's the list. That's basically how it goes. And if that type of content interests you, well, then you found a home. You found a home with me. We do live internet reactions. The whole point is to be well-rounded people, well-rounded individuals. We watch sports, we watch politics, we listen to music, we watch movies. I ask you how you're doing, you tell me. I check in with you, you check back in with me. You're having fun, I'm having a great time. You lie, I point it out. You tell the truth, I congratulate you. I applaud. That's the royal you, by the way. I'm talking about the you as in they. The days that I pay attention. So that's kind of how this is going to go. And I am definitely most appreciative of any and all that choose to participate in this circus, because I guarantee you this, it's going to be a wild ass ride. Dodgers, Yankees, bottom of the eighth. Has anybody been watching the World Series? I thought this was going to be a great series. I thought that this was going to be one for the ages, to be honest with you. And it played out after that Aaron Boone game one managerial brain fart. Yankees dropped three in a row. They're down 3-0 in the series, but they look to be pushing the issue right now. Bottom of the eighth, they're up 2 runs, 6-4. How about Freddie Freeman? Freddie Freeman's gone yard in 6 straight World Series games. That's crazy. That's crazy. And there's a young kid. I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen with y'all now. There's a young kid named Volpe, Yankees shortstop, who they put up a picture. He was at the 2009 Victory is Mine parade. Shout out to that dude. That's got to be like the dream of all dreams. To be a New Yorker, a native New York baseball playing guy. You grew up in New York. I mean, Lord knows you probably weren't a fan of the Mets, right? You grew up loving the Yankees, and then you're starting in the World Series for the team that you grew up watching and that you actually went to the. Let me see if I can find that, because I thought that was in. Hold on, let me handle a little business here. Do some house cleaning. Do some house cleaning. How are you? How was your day? How was your day? Well, was it a good day or was it not a good day? Was it? I hope you had a wonderful day. I'm having a great day as it stands. Kazakhstan's. All right, there we go. So, where to begin? Where to begin? I want to see what Mark Monthill was talking about because it was kind of interesting to me. Hold on. If politics is your bag, Mark Monthill is a great. Mark Monthill is a nice book. Candace Owens, did I? Australia. Isn't it crazy that we're living in a time that speaking freely is considered violence? I find that troubling, disturbing, in fact. That we're living it's such a crazy time, and I don't know how y'all do it. If you're able to separate the 2 things, um, the election from your everyday thought process, I would love some pointers on how you get that done. I have tried and tried. I have tried, and Lord knows I've tried and I've tried to just zone it out, to put it over there. I'm talking about way over there. And every time I get out, they just pull me back in. It's like I can't find a peace of mind separate from that. So if you have pointers how you do it, how it best happens for you, I would love any and all suggestions because at this point I'm fresh out of ideas. I'm buck naked. When in the idea market, I'm buck I'm buck fucking naked. So sports has been, and I mentioned this the other day, sports has been a very much welcomed distraction from, I think the problem is that there's no oh my God. There's no there seems to be no foreseeable end in sight. Whoever loses this election is going to be pissed. Their side, oh my God, Tony Hinchcliffe, we won't get into that. Although, okay, here's a good place to start. So it's like, no, let's find something else. Okay? Here's a perfect example. You're like, oh, sports is a chance to get away from it. No, it's not because guys like Nick Bosa. Talk too much about what, you say? Well, talk too much about this. Nick Bosa, after the 49ers victory on Sunday, maybe you saw it, maybe you didn't, popped into a post-game interview with his quarterback. Okay, right here. And if you didn't see what that is, it reads it up here. Hats off to San Francisco 49er Nick Bosa, who interrupted NBC's post-game interview to do a MAGA drive-by. Teammates all smiled. They're all they're all working for Trump too. Is that what's happening? We have never, ever, 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 outside of, I think, North and South Civil War was the last time this country was this diametrically opposed, polar opposite, where it's part of everything, right? And we're not even talking about statements that are being made in solidarity with protest against a thing. These are opposing forces now. And so Nick Bosa stepped out on a limb and and inserted politics into sport. And I had played something a week ago with young Jalen Brown, he of Boston Celtics championship lore, when he was sitting down with Stephen A. Smith, and he said, let's see if we can catch it. He said this. Let's see. No more Bronny. We don't need to beat up on Bronny anymore. Let me see if I can find it. Jalen Brown was just talking about how, oh, okay, I know where it is. Jalen Brown was talking about how if you think that sports and politics are not synonymous or don't intersect, you're sadly mistaken. And I know that the sentiment for a long time with sports fans have been leave your politics out of my sports. Leave politics out of my sports. And for the most part, especially this year considered, I get it. I fucking get it. I don't think I ever got it more than I get it this year because of how polarized and how polarizing these subject matter are, how polarizing it's been, and what it has done to my ability to actually find. I think this is where I think this is where let's see. There he goes. Here. I don't know if cohesive was the word that he was looking for. I think intersectional. Let's go with intersectional. And and it's in that it's with that in mind that I begin the show. That as much as we as the sports interested, sports enthusiasts want to have our safe haven, as much as desirous as we are to leave the world behind, even if only for a couple of hours, 3 4 hours, and find some respite in the athletic prowess of these men, at times superhuman, the things that they do. I think that we are fooling ourselves. I think not only are we fooling ourselves, I think it is at our own peril that we it is at our own peril that we find ourselves trying to use these spaces to move, laterally at best away from what is at the center of our lives, what is at the core of our lives. Now, it might not be at the core of your personal life. At the core of your personal life should be family, career. Um, for some of us, spirituality, whatever you consider that to be, I don't judge. Those things should be at the center of your life. But who your chosen leaders are, I mean, how does that not affect you on a daily basis? Of course it does. Of course it does. Now, more local than national, to be sure. But when it's this hotly contested, when it's this charged, when it's this, you have to forgive my newfound lisp. I had oral surgery, and I got to get permanents put in. So you'll have to forgive my lisp. But never the point. Never. That's not the point. When it's this charged, it's just, I don't know. You had the Neil with Colin Kaepernick. Interesting enough that opposite Colin Kaepernick's Neil, now you would have Nick Bosa jump in and go the other way. Definitely went the other way. I mean, he definitely went the other way. And then I don't understand that part. You made the statement, and this is where we look to these guys. And it's not just athletes. Let me say that. It's all entertainers for God knows whatever reason. I mean, I get the reason. I understand it. I understand the role that celebrity plays in in politics, which says everything about one, what your soon to be elected officials or those who are pandering for your vote, what they actually think about you as a us, I should say, as an electorate, which is that we're easily appeased, right? If I don't know, pick your favorite basketball player. If Nikola Jokic, there's no reason why he would, but if Nikola Jokic comes out and he endorses a candidate, the idea is that, oh, everybody's going to swing to that side. Who are Nikola Jokic fans? Well, I would say to all of those people, I'd say, well, if that's what it takes for you to research or to feel good about the decision that you make in the ballot box, I mean, good luck to you. Like what? But it matters. Celebrity matters. I mean, we saw over the weekend, after the debacle that was Tony Hinchcliffe's opening statements for the Madison Square Garden event that Trump held, and where I mean, you've seen it, but I'll play it. And the only reason I'll play it is because I give a fuck, right? Now let's uh let's set the stage for those who didn't see it. It's like, oh, we're gonna have a we're gonna have a rally. Okay, cool. Who do we go get? We go get a roast comedian. Have you ever seen Tony Hinchcliffe? This should have told them, and maybe they did take this into consideration. Tony Hinchcliffe, Tom Brady roast. Tony Hinchcliffe hosts a show that my buddy William Montgomery is on. I should call William. He hosts to Kill Tony. He's the owner, proprietor, whatever of Kill Tony. It's basically the Gong Show from my childhood. All comedians and a comedian panel, and you either do well and you get somewhat high praises, and maybe you get called back. That's what happened with my buddy William. Or you do terribly, and you just have not only a panel of comedians roasting you, but an entire crowd, including those on the internet, laughing along. Some of his better guests are just roast. I mean, it's comedians. So the one thing that they all specialize in is talking shit. And this is what Tony Hinchcliffe does for me. My Hold on, man. There's got to be a better Jesus. There's got to be a better representation of that than that. Tony Hinchcliffe, Brady roast. Let's check this one out. Mm. Mm. Let's see if there's any. Earthquake on his feet, I'm seeing. So let's leave that be. So that's the backdrop, right? That's the backdrop. I mean, I would assume that some background was done on Tony Hinchcliffe, with the proximity that the Trump campaign and that being Donald Trump has to, let's say, Joe Rogan, the familiarity that he has. I'm quite sure somebody in the camp looked. They picked Hinchcliffe for a reason. Still, unbeknownst to me, if you wanted to just go through this thing unscathed, but maybe it's, just to secure, the guy vote. Maybe it was just to lock in the people who already follow this stuff, one of which I am. So, obviously, this is what he went with. Watch the reaction. Oh, oh, hold on. It's only 11 minutes long, so what I'm gonna do is we're gonna get the whole set. Tony, because I do wanna talk about something, which is I had a whole back and forth with a guy on Twitter about this very happening. Um, so first of all, let's get Tony Hinchcliffe Trump. It's right there. This is the whole deal. This is the whole deal. Love the song. Love the song. You know what's so funny? Tony Hinchcliffe is, to me, like, it's just giving closeted. But the guy moves to Texas and then just becomes a complete Texan, which I think is massive. I think it's anyway, let's get it. Because the question that I want to ask, let's start with this topic first, and we'll keep an eye on the Yankees. Hopefully, they can extend the series. I love the World Series. I hope that they're able to extend the series and at least get it back to New York. Win tonight. Push it to LA. Win Game 5. Push it back to New York, and then whatever happens happens. But let's get a good series out of it. Anyway, not the point. This was Tony Hinchcliffe's. So to begin, I do want to show you guys in a second the back and forth that I had with a couple of people on Twitter, which was really just about. I think Dave Chappelle covered this issue beautifully in one of his stand-ups, which is what role does comedy play in such a hotly contested environment? You can't find respite in sports. Okay, sports is going to introduce comedy into sports, so there's no respite for the sports fan. But you can't find comedians any longer just being comedians and being risque because sensitivity has now pushed its way into comedy. And this is the world we live in. There's no backing out of it. There's no sidestepping it. If you're not willing to pack up your shit, move to a country where, unplug from everything. This is the Western world. It's not even just here. And so, it's with that we're having this conversation. I've sped it up a little bit so we can get through it, but let's go. Right there. Now now we all know the story about the My Pillow guy, right? Do I need to provide background on the, the crazy individual that's the My Pillow guy? My Pillow guy. Political views. Currently 56-51, by the way. Pelicans over the Golden State Warriors, if you're watching. That Golden State Warriors 12-man lineup rotation is crazy. No Steph tonight, no Andrew Wiggins tonight. So what I thought, and it was a blowout initially, the Pelicans were well in control, and I really liked the Pelicans lineup. What I thought would be a runaway game for the Pelicans, that I don't know, man. They're on to something in Golden State. I don't think you can win it. I don't think you can win a champ. I don't think they're going to get a chip out of it, but they're on to something in Golden State. No traditional big man. I mean, no center besides Kevon Looney really to speak of on the roster. A bunch of guards and swingmen, and they figure they're just going to shoot the threes out. They're going to just shoot the lights out. Anyway, Mike Lindell. Uh, baffled by Nazi claims about My Pillow pricing. What is this all about? Anyway, Mike Lindell is the guy who owns the My Pillow thing, and he's just a crazy individual. Let's read this real quick. Mike Lindell has hit back against the claims that his new My Pillow price is inadvertently linked to neo-Nazi propaganda. What? Hold on. Lindell spoke to the New York Post following Newsweek's report on Lindell's My Pillow advertisement that prices his standard classic pillow at a number that is affiliated with neo-Nazi slogans. Lindell told the Post, "I have no idea what this is all about." On September 20th, My Pillow posted an advertisement that marked down his pillows from the sale price of $29.99 to an even lower price of $14.88. That's a deal. That's a hell of a deal, isn't it? That's a steal for a My Pillow. That's a hell of a steal.
I'm saying this with confidence. Now, listen to this again. You got to listen.
Okay, on September 20th, My Pillow posted an advertisement that marked down the pillows from its sale price of $29.99 to an even lower price of $14.88. That sounds like a steal to me.
You know, when people in China watch the news, they know it's propaganda. In the old Soviet Union, people knew that was propaganda.
Tell me more.
The difference between that and now is people in America, they think they're watching the news when they turn on Fox, CNN, MSNBC.
You see where this is headed. The price came to the attention of both historians and online neo-Nazis. The online neo-Nazis were watching. You're never doing yourself a favor when the online neo-Nazis get to watching your content. You're moving in the wrong direction. I just want to put a message out there right now. If any online neo-Nazis want to watch this content, this, my friends, is absolutely a place where you can stay and involve yourself in the conversation. I'm not saying that I support your values, but I definitely appreciate the views. This is a safe space for everyone. I want you guys to understand one thing. Good news, travel fast, is a safe space for sports fans, movie buffs, political conversation, music review. Good news, anything that I consider to be good news. And the good news is only I can fix it. Only I have devised this cure-all where I do believe it's possible. I believe that if I set the move properly, if we just have interesting conversations, if we just sit and congregate together, we here together, we can build a space where the world doesn't have to be such a fucktard. Anyway, the number 88 is used as shorthand for Heil Hitler, as H is the 8 letter in the okay, are you being serious? 88 was also Lynn Swan's. Wasn't 88 Lynn or Michael Irvin's jersey number? What was Lynn Swan's jersey? There's even, I mean, there's lots of guys who wear the number 88. Or is that serious? Lynn Swan jersey. What the hell? Excuse you. Yeah, 88. Lynn Swan wore 88. Does that mean Lynn Swan was a Nazi? A Nazi? I'm in the Nazi killing business. And let me tell you, brother, business is a booming. Movie. What movie is it? Come on, man. Inglorious Bastards. Inglorious Bastards. Anyway, Mike Lindell's a crazy fuck. Do I need to let me not stray too far from the point. Mike Lindell is a crazy, that's a wild son of a bitch. He's a wild guy. Anyway, let's keep going. Nope, that wasn't where we were. This is where we were. Thank you. California's dog shit. Top to bottom, unless you're along the coast, and I'm talking about that real pristine Malibu coastline property. California as a state, the way that it's ran is dog shit. I live there. I feel like I have the right to say that. I even keep a residence there still in beautiful, um, Southern California. California's dog shit. Gardena, California, to be specific. This is where it starts to get a little squirrely. This is where it started to get away from him. Now, if Read the Room, so what was Tony Hinchcliffe called out to do? That's the first question. He was the first speaker. He's called out to warm up the crowd, right? That's the call. The call is you come out, you get them warmed up. Yeah, Tony, you're a funny guy. You know what I mean? Uh, Read the room, maybe. I don't have a dog particularly in this hunt. I will make one thing clear to everyone. I don't think that the binary I just don't think the binary works. Well, not even the binary doesn't work for me. I don't think it's working for us as a collective. And personally, in this particular instance, in 2016, I in 2016 and 2020 both, I wrote in myself on my ballot. That's who I cast my vote for. You can say it's throwing your vote away. I say the Electoral College proved to me that my vote matters more in any instance than it does in that. This year, I voted for the third party candidate. I liked. I'm just putting it out there. I liked the platform that Jill Stein put out there. Um, I think that she is an insufferable speaker. When she talks, it gets a little hard. I can't envision her as a. I can't envision her. I can see her winning. To be honest with you, it'd be hard. They're gonna have to work with her and Bush both. Both her and her VP are very verbose. I'm very verbose, but I'm not running for president. And I think what we look for in presidents are people who can put the words together quickly, give us confidence that you know what you're talking about, and get out. Unless you are very flowery with your speech patterns, unless you are an Obama type orator, it just doesn't work for people to hear a lot of wording. I'll be honest with you. I listened to Kamala Harris speak. I think people have misjudged her ramblings because when you listen to her, she is saying things. It just takes her a long time to get to it. Number one. Number two, if you're actually listening, some of the things that she's saying are absolutely terrifying. I'm just being honest with you. And I think all of the obfuscation, all of the windy is to it's misdirection, you know. So anyway, I'll give you an example. Unburdened to what is it? Unburdened by what? To consider what can be, unburdened by what has been. Something to that effect. If you actually unpack that statement, it is to say that erase the past, no matter how crazy or diabolical it may be unburdened by what has been in order to focus on what can be. So, what you were saying is you would be willing to absolve yourself of any and all past successes. Who's going to divorce themselves of their successes? No one. Failures? Okay. Unburdened by those. I'm unburdened by my failures. Now, I'm not saying you walk around with those things on your shoulder like Snuffleupagus. It's like, hey, bird, I fucked up again, bird. I'm terrible at life, bird. No, but it's probably good. What do they say? Those who don't remember their history are doomed to repeat it. So you don't want to be unburdened by your history. Imagine if the U.S. government or the United States wanted to unburden itself of the history of slavery or internment camps for Japanese people or Jim Crow. You don't unburden yourself of what has. Or imagine if Germany said, "Oh, we just want to be unburdened by that whole Holocaust thing," whatever that was. And in times when people have been unburdened by what has been, think Native Americans, think First Nation, think every time that we pat ourselves on the back for what a great country we live in and talk about how this country was built on the backs of hard work and whatnot, whatever. And then just think what it would be like to listen to those words from the perspective of a First Nation person. Just think about that. So that's, that's unburdened by what has been. So when you think about the statement, it's not that she's saying nothing. It's just that the way that she says it lulls you to sleep and you don't actually listen because what else would you want to be unburdened from? And then to consider in lieu of what can be. Fuck what can be. Let's talk about what is, and let's make sure that we're paying attention to what was so that we can make what will be better when we get there. Remaining present in your life is about right now, but that is built off of what was. And hopefully, when those two things combine, they make what's coming next that much better. Make sense? Okay, let's keep going. So again, the question is, what was Tony Hinchcliffe called out to do? Tony Hinchcliffe was called out to warm up the crowd, get him some yucks, get him some laugh. Now, was it the campaign's responsibility to vet what he was going to say if you wanted to not be attached to anything that would further any such beliefs that you are racist? Probably that wasn't done. It's very much a real thing. I personally am navigating spaces, trying to I mean, and we're not even talking about just, I grew up in a legacy media world, so it was only the big 7, isn't that what it was? What was it? The big 7? The words that you can't say? Let's see. The sinful 7, I believe. SEC big 7 words. I think that's what it was. This is long gone, by the way. This is no longer a thing. SEC Curse catalog. Holy shit. What is that? Santa Clara. What? Come on. Words you can't say on TV. There it is. So this used to be a thing, right? The undesirable words. Oh, the 7 dirty words. There it was. Shit, piss, fuck, cunt. such a terrible word. I'm being honest. It is a very, very distasteful. It comes off the tongue just like cocksucker. I don't know. Yeah, cocksucker, motherfucker. Yeah, you're not gonna say it. Tits. Variations of these words. Bullshit. Okay. Pussy. Okay. So I came up in a legacy media world, right? And those were the 7 deadly sins, right? You can't say that. Can't say that. Now that's graduated. Now we're in a place where you can't even hold certain opinions without things being labeled something. And that's on the internet. Like, so free speech is under attack. No, I don't necessarily believe that, because I don't think that any of us have rights to these private companies' platforms. You don't have a right to be like, it's no shoes, no service, no shirt, no service, right? If I choose to say that the policy in my restaurant is that you come in here with a shirt and shoes on, then it's my restaurant and that's what you're going to do. Damn it! So these platforms are no different. Having said that, because you can still go out in the street and you can still speak freely, you can still share, conversation amongst your people. You would assume that if you're on a news station, for instance, as an interview subject, you can say whatever it is that you have to say, but the fear of reprisal and retribution now has everybody in a white knuckled grip. The reason why I do these sessions apart from Kill You with Truth is because I want to protect my buddy's platform. I have a lot of opinions on a lot of different things. I'm colorful in my language. I'm gonna curse. I might say nigga. I try my best. I'm trying to edit it, but it's it happens, and I definitely don't like to be stuck in the just talk about sports box. I have many interests, and sometimes those interests can be not appreciated by corporate interests and people that my man Mac works with. So I'm not going to jeopardize that. I'd rather just move this over to Good News Travels Fast Reacts, and I can say all the things that I want. So we are navigating a very interesting and tough space of when and how can you say what you want, and that's what makes people believe that free speech is under attack because of cancel culture. I don't think that I'm telling you anything that you don't know. I'm just having my thoughts while he's having his. It's funny. It's funny. It's timely. Because you're asking a comedian to come and open up, but what is he gonna do? He's not gonna come up and give some political rally speech, right? He's gonna come up and be a comedian, especially this guy, who I don't know personally, but because my buddy, William Montgomery, Google him, look him up. We work together. That's my boy. Because of his proximity and how much I appreciate Kill Tony. I watched the show. I do. Um, because of his proximity to it, I got to learn a lot about who Tony Hinchcliffe is. And this is one of those, I believe, chip on your shoulder type comedians. And he's gonna push the limits. He's gonna push the line. Now hold on. I'm gonna slow that down and I'm gonna take it back because I want you to notice one, he's in New York. So let's think about this. We're talking about a very blue city, okay, with some 20,000 plus that showed up, and I think more that were outside for a Trump rally. Think about that. Blue city, Trump, you would think that you wouldn't be able to get 2,000 people together, right? In blue ass New York City, he got 20 plus, and many of whom were Puerto Rican. Okay, but I don't think I'm telling tales out of school to say that New York has a large Puerto Rican population. Let's break down. Let's see how many. Let's see. New York City population demographics. Let's find out. What do we got? What do we get? Hispanic or Latino. 28% of New York's population is Hispanic or Latino, and I would imagine of that population, many of which are Puerto Rican. There's a lot. Can we get a breakdown? Can we get a breakdown? Hold on, let's see if we can get a better breakdown. We can get a breakdown. Somebody's got a breakdown. Go ahead, give it to me. Breakdown. Go ahead, give it to me. Let's see what New York. I wanna wake up. This is interesting. 8.62 million people in New York. Their senators, Chuck Schumer, Kristen Gillibrand. Median age, 37 and a half. Oh, okay. Poverty rate. Holy shit, 17 point. And you know what's crazy about this number? The 17.2 poverty rate in New York. I bet you're if you earn $50,000 a year, you are basically impoverished living in New York. That's crazy to think about. Median income, household income, 76,000. This is poverty level. Property value, median, 732,000. Okay. Diversity, okay. Let's see how diverse you are in New York City. Okay. Do they break it down by Puerto Ricans? Okay. They're not gonna break it down. Like, come on. Hispanic. They're just gonna put it in Hispanic. Other Hispanic. Let's just say that there's quite a few Puerto Ricans in New York. Safe to say. So, with that in mind, listen to the reaction to this joke. Two things that you didn't hear. You didn't hear raucous laughter, but you also didn't hear booze. I wonder why that is. Maybe because New York Puerto Ricans understand that this is a comedian. Maybe. Matter of fact, Tony Hinchcliffe has had, if I'm not mistaken, shows, if not at Madison Square Garden. Yeah, he did a show at Madison Square Garden. Hold on. Better place to look this up is YouTube. Tony. Oh, wait, no, we'll go. Kill Tony Madison. Yeah. This was recent. Yeah. Madison Square Garden. The second night, mind you. So they did two shows. And I'm pretty sure that it was sold the fuck out. Let me see. Yeah. This is Tony Hinchcliffe. Square Hold on, you guys want to see my buddy? Let's see if we can find my buddy William. Let's see if we can find my buddy William. Funniest guy in comedy. Is he there? Was he not there for night 2? Joey bag of donuts. Was William not there for night two? That would be disappointing. Okay, William was there. Hold on. Gotta gotta see my boy. Sorry guys. I'm desperate to find my boy. I'm desperate to see my boy. Okay. They didn't let William go up before a ton of heavy hitters. Usually William closes out kill time. Let's see. Cam Patterson. Where's my boy? This was a this was a I mean, oh there he goes. Okay, this is my boy. Wow. I work with this guy. He's my good buddy. I should call him right now. I might call William. I might call him, see if I can get him on. As you can see, I mean, it's a wildly popular show. And if I'm not going to spend a lot of time running his whole show. If you don't watch it, go follow Kill Tony. Google Kill Tony. If you haven't seen it, go Google Kill Tony. Watch Kill Tony. Look for William. He's amazing. Here, let's see if we can get William on the phone. This ought to be fun. Let's see if we can get William on the phone. What's up with my brother, man? Hmm. I don't like that. Let's see.
Your call has been forwarded to
Okay.
the person you're trying to reach.
We'll try him again later. Anyway, the whole point is, I think that the response to this joke tells a lot about what type of crowd they're standing in front of. And therefore, the response to the joke outside of the arena to me seems a little overblown. But let's watch it again. Now, let's keep in mind what this was billed at. And again, I am not in this camp. I am a centrist and a realist. What this was billed as was a gathering of Nazis. You would think that then that joke would have been raucously received and laughed at. Instead, there was maybe not a full groan, but it was more like a lot of Puerto Ricans in the crowd. But they also didn't lose their shit, right? Right. Context is everything in life. Context is truly everything. It's what separates the overreacting weirdos from the people who are well adjusted and watching life through the lenses of nuance and context. It's everything. It's just everything. How come that didn't make the cut? Why wasn't that? That is in. It's a pretty funny joke too. The implication, obviously, being that Travis Kelsey, like many of us, no, not like many of us. I don't know the woman. I'm quite sure she's very nice. The Taylor Swift, it's not going to end well. Oh, okay. Let me tell you this right now. As a black person, I didn't raucously laugh now. When I first heard that, I almost spit my drink out. I just thought that was, you know, substituting the watermelon for the pumpkin. I just thought it was clever. You know what I mean? And again, I'm not even going to go further. You get the gist of if you've been paying attention, you know that this was a hotly contested issue. So what ended up happening in my oh my god, what ended up happening in my Twitter feed was I think it was very telling. I think very telling of where we are. Let me see if I can find the beginning of this. Let me see if I can find the beginning of this. Okay. So this guy said, mark my tweet. This Trump rally at MSG will cost Trump the election and Pennsylvania. Puerto Ricans in Pennsylvania, 450,000. I don't care if this guy is a comedian. You don't joke about race at all. Political rally for president where kids are. Okay, what at A is what he meant to say. Where kids are. Okay. I don't see many kids. I don't see a lot of kids. I mean, did you see a lot of kids? Let's see if we can see any kids. I didn't see a lot of kids. I don't see a lot of kids. Um, I don't see the child representation. Okay, it doesn't get much wider than what we're looking at. You don't joke about race in front of, which is a fact. I mean, I'm not a fan per se of. I believe, and I have said this, and I will continue to say this. I do believe that Donald Trump is the president this country deserves because we are a fat, bloated, cartoonish version of an American bald eagle and freedom. And he is all of it. down to the gold toilet. He is the personification. He is the walking embodiment of capitalism. So of course he is the perfect mascot for this place. Having said that, his war record, let's see. Don't believe me. How many wars began under Trump? And I think that this is the importance is to be able to have, I think, we do not, and I'm saying this as a rule, we do not support Reuters. We won't read them. It is the height of what I call propaganda. We don't read Reuters. It's just what it is. If you think that's biased, I don't give a shit. Love this. Misrepresented. JD Vance. Okay. Senator JD Vance in January claimed in January that the most important part of Trump's legacy is his foreign policy. My entire adult lifetime has been shaped by presidents who threw America into unwise wars and failed to win them. Vance wrote on the Wall Street Journal op-ed. In Mr. Trump's 4 years in office, he started no wars despite enormous pressure from his own party and even members of his own administration. And if I'm thinking correctly, I can't think of one war that started under Trump's leadership. Trump has done more to restrain U.S. imperium than any politician in 75 years. Parenti wrote, compact recently, blah, blah, blah. I'm quite sure this person is here to debunk this. So tell me where former neoconservative, now aligned with Trumpist right, one of the compact, followed with a piece, Trump, the one figure who in my lifetime has meaningfully rolled back the self-righteous imperium. Okay, so I'm assuming that we're going to get a debunking here in a second. These pieces foretell a larger effort to seduce anti-war left with the idea that Trump, despite evidence to the contrary, is an attractive partner for the project of reigning in American empire. That he really is the outdoor type, blah, blah, blah. These pieces all rest heavily on the claim that Trump launched no new wars. That's true as far as it goes. Okay. But it was certainly not for a lack of trying. I don't understand what that means. I don't understand did he start them or not? Not for a lack of trying. How do you try to start a war? You either start one or you don't, right? Trump might not have started any wars, but he massively inflamed existing ones. Huh? And came close to catastrophic new ones. Let's review the record. Despite inveighing against endless wars, Trump massively escalated the country's existing wars in multiple theaters, leading to skyrocketing casualties. In Afghanistan, he substantially upped the amount of airstrikes, leading to 330% increase in civilian deaths, but we were already in that war. So the question is I know as commander-in-chief, he commands the troops, but did he order, he definitely ordered the taking out of al-Baghdadi. In Yemen, he escalated both U.S. counterterrorism activities, I thought we were about that, and support for devastating Saudi-led war against the Houthis. Houthis are really giving it to Israel right now, blocking those shipping lanes. According to the United Kingdom's Bureau of Investigative Journalism, there were 2,243 drone strikes in just the first 2 years of Trump's presidency, compared to 1,878 in the entire 8 years of Obama's administration. I'd like to fact check that. I don't have time. I want to keep a consistent theme here. I feel comfortable backing out of this article, having not read all of it, understanding that there's probably more evidence in here. Okay, let's go a little further. Trump also came very close to tweeting the country into nuclear war with North Korea in late 2013. We can't be serious. So the difference between these offerings, right, and I'm just going to leave it alone. I feel comfortable saying you didn't debunk the claim that he hasn't started any new wars. Let's get back to Kill Tony, because I want to focus on comedy. I just want to focus on comedy and the role that it plays in our lives. That is a beautiful, devilish laugh makes it even better. Look at this for a second. New York to New York. Aaron Boone is talking, post game. Isn't that what he's supposed to do? Yeah. Let's see what Yankees man. It's been agonizing for Yankees fans. They've been getting their head kicked in. Oh my god, could you imagine Yankees fan in the wake of a loss, a sweep? Cut to cut to cut to the VO. They don't have the video. This is TV 101. If he's still talking, he looked down and he okay, let's take a listen. You're gonna have to. Gotta come back. 4 in a row. Oh boy. Tepid. That's it? Oh man, that wasn't as raucous as Knicks fans. Knicks fans are way more. Can the Yankees pull off 4 in a row? The come from behind from 4 down, has that ever happened in baseball? I know it's happened once in sports. Teams that we're gonna get back to Kill Tony and where comedy. Keep me in line. Comedy, where it fits in life. Teams that have come from down. Oh, 3. I'm not a walking encyclopedia. That's what I was fucking. Okay, 42 Maple Leaves. Eee. 2014 Kings. Eee. Well, it's only happened in hockey. It's only happened in hockey. And if the Yankees are to be the first to do so as a team in baseball, let's see if they're trending. That Volpe home run was fucking sick. If the Yankees are to be the first, wow, they won that one going away 11-4. Looks like their bats woke up. Okay, the Yankees. You know who plays for the Yankees. Back to LA. Oh my God. So they had to have 2 home runs. They had to have 2 slamadama ding dongs, grand slamadama ding dongs. Oh, was this fan interference? I can't play the audio from it. We'll get dinged. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I got so busy talking to y'all, I forgot about the game and didn't get to see this one down the stretch. Mookie Betts going for the ball. I mean, he got the catch. Look at this Yankees fan. And then he takes it out of his glove. What the fuck? The guy wrestles it out of Mookie Betts' glove. That is priceless. This is price. What is this dude's issue? That's amazing. That is amazing. Mookie Betts is so upset too. He said, no, no, no. Look at this guy. He knows the rule. He's like, no, he's over the wall. He's over the wall. No, ref, he's over the wall. He's over the wall, ref, now. Oh my God. What a God. I should watch this live. He was a genius, so I can't put it up. I couldn't put it up on. Oh my God. Volpe. You got a ways to go. I mean, you got a ways to go. But his shot was, I mean, just look at this fucking idiot. Look at this guy. Nothing is more New York than this picture right here. Look at this fucking idiot. Look at all of his chins. His face is literally folding into the face around his face. His face is folding into the fat in his neck. You know this guy has no chin. Oh my God. Look at that. That will live in infamy. That goes on this is front page of the Post. Front page of the New York Daily News. Every New York paper. This is the front page. This is the story now. Look at this fucking idiot.
You know, when people in
There's a mystery of the world.
No, none of those work. I need something.
Not bad, meaning bad, but bad, meaning
That'll
good.
work. Look at this guy. Look at his face. I need to know this man's name. Get on it, chat. What's that guy's fucking name? What's that guy's fucking name, dude? Yeah, good win by the Nugs, man. Anthony Edwards had a 24-point first quarter, and they lost. Psh, sucks to be you, dude. They can't get over the Dallas hump, man. Dallas has got that number. Dallas has got that number. What is this? I don't really do this, but I'm in such a good mood tonight with the Yankees victory and Kamala's rally with over 75,000 people that I had to celebrate somehow. Okay, that's how you celebrate? All right. Okay. All right, young lady. People complain about traffic at Dodger Stadium. This is way worse. Oh my God. Yikes. Yikes. The Volpe. Volpe. Not a one. That boy went for 4. Grand slam a ding dong. And let's see if we can find that picture. Hopefully it'll just come up. Volpe 2009 championship. I'm going to get back to Kill Tony. Parade. Volpe, the Volpe man, Volpalama, Volperino. What? Championship parade, blah, blah, blah. Let's go. Oh, wait. I didn't take my whole thing. Volpe 2009 championship. Yankees. The Yankees. Anthony Volpe, current shortstop of the New York Yankees, has a special connection with the team's 2009 World Series championship parade. According to various sources, including social media posts from his father, Michael Volpe, Anthony was just 8 years old when he attended the parade with his family from New Jersey. He's from Jersey. He's a Jersey guy. That's got to be cool as shit. Here it is. Here's the picture. This is cool as shit. Reddit. Let off some steam, Reddit. Look at young Volps. How cool is that? That's just rad as shit. New Jersey family goes to New York to go see their favorite ball club, celebrate the championship, 2009, the 09 championship, and then this kid would grow up. That kid would grow up to do this in the World Series. Yeah. What's on? It's gone. Back. That's cool as shit. Like, when you talk about dreams coming true, that's one of them ones. That is one of them ones. Playing shortstop for the Yankees. Good for him. Good for him. All right, let's get back to it. So, comedy, blah, blah, blah. This is what ended up happening. Let me find. Oh, yeah, this young lady was. This young lady was in my. Okay, I'm gonna go here. All right, so this is in the wake of all this Hinchcliffe shit, and he says, "Mark my words, Trump's rally at MSG will cost Trump the election. Pennsylvania, Puerto Ricans 450,000. I don't care if the guy's a comedian. You don't joke about race at all at a political rally for president where kids are. Okay. I said reasonable people all agree it was a joke, a tepidly received joke for that matter, even at an MSG rally packed to the gills with quote unquote Nazis who apparently need to lighten up and laugh a little. Geez, no big deal at day's end. That said, fill in the blank. And I was talking to this guy. Better to be quiet and thought a fool than to open your mouth and remove all doubt, which sparked this back and forth that I had with this particular guy, Charles Sainty. He said, how about who cares? It was a joke. You're acting like jokes can't piss people off, knowing that in reality, fights start over jokes every day. Jokes aren't a magic space where no consequences are possible. And his jokes were racist AF. Reasonable people reject racism. Okay. I mean, I don't know if that's fair. He's entitled to that opinion. Now, I am one who I don't shy away from debate for certain, confrontation to a lesser extent, even, because it's Twitter. Like, what are we talking about? And I guess I was just a huckleberry yesterday because I was feeling it. So I said, honestly, no one reasonable cares about the people that are pissed off by jokes because they're usually the same people looking to be pissed off about everything. And that insane moment in American history where we forgot that comedians have always been irreverent has passed. Thank God, as a black man who loves a good white people are crazy, insert stereotype joke here. That for the longest time watching Comic View, if you ever watched Comic View, there's a whole slew of black comedians whose entire career has been built off of white people are crazy. White people do this. Black people do this. White people so crazy. Y'all can't dance. Now, all of those things are said in good fun most of the time. Some of them are said a little more colorful than others. I'm just saying. As a black man who loves neither myself or Dave Chappelle, for instance, have been labeled racist. They're of hypersensitivity to words that you don't have to listen to, let alone internalize, is over, Charles. Touch some grass, my guy. You're going to be okay. Am I off? And then it got to be a whole back and forth between me and this guy to where I was like, okay, so what he said was extremely racist. Yes. Okay. So my point was, I said, because what he said, I believe you don't care about other people. That I believe. Trump's campaign vetted a joke that suggested black people carve watermelons for Halloween. And you think that's really funny, right? You think it's a funny joke? No. I didn't even understand how he wrote that. But I said in response, just like the Harris/Walz campaign vetted George Lopez's, fresh off an audition for the role of Frederick Douglass, because apparently, I mean, look how George Lopez looks nuts. He looks like Frederick Douglass. I do, or he looks like I do declare. Anyway, joke about sticky fingered Mexicans. See how that works, Charles? Oh, what a tangled web we weave when first we practice to freak out over something that can easily be what about it going the other way. Less emotion and talking points fueled by emotion, more reason is what I say. So I was told later that I won't get into the whole thing. Okay, no, he says it right here. Are you seriously equating a Mexican American making jokes about Mexicans with a white guy making jokes about Puerto Rico being garbage and black people carving watermelons? You don't see the difference? That's amazing. In the world of comedy, no, Charles, I don't. I don't, because could you imagine the amount of delineations that would have to be taken? Can you imagine the amount of it's like asking NFL defensive backs to ensure that they're not targeting when making a tackle. Do you understand the correlation that I'm drawing there? You're talking about a guy who's backing up at full speed, reading a play, seeing it happen and develop in front of him, reacting it in split seconds, and then going to make a hit. Now, should that guy be cognizant of where his head is placed when making the tackle? Yeah, if he doesn't want to paralyze himself, everybody was taught tackle with your head up. If you ever played football, you want to make sure that you're not going to compress your own neck in making the tackle. Gus Verrat. I don't know why this just came to mind. Does everybody remember when Gus Verrat did this? Shit. Gus Verrat was playing for the, the Denver Broncos. Gus Verrat. Neck, head, butt. Please let this come up. Please, 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 please. Yeah. Gus Verrat, former NFL quarterback, suffered a sprained neck after headbutting a padded wall. Please, 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 please give me the video. This fucking idiot. I was covering the Broncos when this happened, and this was just so. This, please, somebody show it. Oh, it talks about his infamous. Play that because the NFL, he headbutted the wall, and then he turns around and he's. Anyway, I almost got caught off on a tangent. Having an NFL player try and make that split, I think it's, and they did it for a reason, right? You want to increase scoring, you want to increase offense in football, you handicap the defense. You make sure that there's so many different thoughts that a defensive guy has to make before trying to do what used to be just blow up whatever's in front of you. That's what they used to do. Was it safe all the time? No, it was not. As far as effective though, there's it was pretty effective. And we've seen tackling become an issue in the NBA, in the NFL, excuse me, because hitting is now something that's not just the aggression of it. And quite honestly, for the for the protection of these men who are in effect modern day gladiators, I do agree with a lot of it. But what all I'm saying is I'm just trying to draw that correlation. The overthinking of tackling. So could you imagine how many different comedic sets you would have to look at to delineate between which comic can joke about what because of what? You either don't. So what I said to this guy, maybe I can find it because I think I probably answered it in this string. No, okay. Well, this guy chimed in. He said they're the same thing. It's comedy, which is the truth. And what I said to him in another response was, well, we're always talking about punching up or punching down. George Lopez is hilarious. Wait for me. Wait for me. I love George Lopez. I think Jorge Lopez is a hilarious comedian. I don't give a fuck who he supports politically. I don't care. I don't care. He's hilarious to me. That's how you learn. That's how you learn. George Lopez is an extremely rich on the scale of just people. He's an extremely rich, wealthy, well-to-do American, Mexican American, but American nonetheless. Is it not considered punching down for a well-to-do Mexican American or not to make jokes about people who are less advantaged that they would have to steal? That's what you're calling these. I mean, that's the inference, right? If we're going to play the game, is all I'm saying. If we're going to play the game of you can't say that or what was inferred or right. And it's like, well, he's Mexican American. He can say that. Okay. So I assume that that's kind of like me as a black person. I can say nigga. No one else can say it. Squirrely. Squirrely. I got another tangent. I go down rabbit holes all the time. You guys got to see this guy. I think he's wildly entertaining, and there's something that he does. There's something that he does. Hopefully, this won't get me copyright stricken. There's something that this kid does. 1900 Ruthergrat. First, when I first saw him, I was like, "Oh, okay, another white rapper. I don't know what to, especially white drill rappers. I'm just kind of like, can you really claim that? But he does something, and I'm talking about creative license with racial epithets that reference one's own racial background. 1900 Rugrat, let's go. This kid goes hard. I'm not a huge. I take and leave my drill rap on a case by case basis. This kid, hard as hell. I want to point out something different. I'll go back. Listen, 1900 Rugrat. First line, Cracker got an AR like he's shooting schools up. Okay, he's talking about himself. Obviously, he's white. He looks to be somewhat Armenian. I know he's from Florida. I did my research. I know he's from Florida. You can see his crew seems to be United Colors of Benetton shaped crew. That's pretty much how Florida goes in most places. I think he's from Boynton Beach. Anyway, he opens out the gate, and what I realized in watching him, and I won't make you guys watch all of it, is that 1900 Rugrat calls himself a cracker all the time. That's his. So that's like how I'll say, nigga, man, nigga. That's his go-to. That's his deal. And okay, mind you, let's go back with it. Cracker got an AR like he's shooting schools up, referencing Columbine, obviously. Also, the tie between school shooters and crackers, white boys. First person shooter. What do they call them? Live shooter, whatever. He's taking shots at his own or incorporating that into his ethos. I got to be honest with you. There is a level of cultural respect that I have for that. Understanding that while it may be off color for some people, I get it. While it might touch your little sensitive spaces, I get it. I understand. Everyone's got to be careful. Everybody's a delicate flower. We know the landscape of rap and what it's been, and the subject matter that rappers touch. You're hard pressed not to have violence or some representation of violence in rap. So, and that goes all the way back to NWA, Ghetto Boys. So, these aren't new informations. Yellow wide body Hellcat looked like a school bus. That is a bar, though. That's bars. Cracker got an AR like he's shooting schools up. Yellow Hellcat wide body looked like a school bus. That's a bar. It's bars. Dove up in that water, huh? I ain't got no scuba. All right, I'm gonna start it again. I won't interrupt him this time. Let him get his shit off. Get off Mike Fernandez. By the way, I have a sneaking suspicion this kid's gonna blow. He'll be the last of the drill rappers. Drill rap is coming to a close quickly. Hopefully, I can get to Tyler's new album. Maybe I did a review of Tyler's album. I might get to that in this session. I might throw my. I think I'm going to do it as its own thing by itself. But I did listen to Tyler's new album, Chromacopia. I've got thoughts. Glock on my lap up and blow like a tuba. It's like it's gotten there. I as an MC myself, gun bars are they're just it's just a sign of the times. Everybody's got, AR 223, 5.26s, every the hollow point shells, everybody's the murder rapper. You know what I mean? And I think for young people, for young men, it it for me in my generation was every bar was I'm so much a better rapper than you that bang. Metaphor here. I'm so slick with it that I'm bang. Metaphor there. For these ones, it's just culturally, look at these babyface kids. I don't know what they're into. I don't know what they've done. I know that since this, he's gotten 1900 emblazoned across his neck. Um, Listen, man, it's cultural. I think there's a lot that needs to change and needs to switch up where hip hop is concerned. I mean, immediately Kendrick "Watch the Party Die," which is not the name of that song, by the way. It's called Untitled. But anyway, or it is Untitled, whatever you want to call it. Um, Art imitating life or life imitating art. It's about time. I think this has run its course. But I'd be lying. I ain't gonna lie. I'm straight out of Compton. Crazy motherfucking name Ice Cube from a gang called a nigga with an attitude. When I'm hauled, I got a sawed off, squeeze the trigger, and bodies get hauled off. You put straight out of Compton on, and I'm in it from beginning to end. So it's like, I'm not gonna hold these young people to a different standard than I held myself in their age. I just think that watching the violence play out and far more the intersection between what we hear on record and what's off record and guys rapping about smoking on their ops and all that. It's indicative of something different, a switch, a shift. We've gone away from the sort of squirrely place of storytelling and playing in the lines of, yeah, violence in my raps, but it's not really what I'm doing in the streets. To a lot of these niggas is really doing the shit. Don't worry, I didn't talking about comedy and what can be used by who. I didn't forget my point. I tangent, but I'm pretty cogent. I'm pretty cognitive of what I'm doing. One more time, we're gonna start from the beginning. Nigga said dope loud. It's annoying. That's a bar. We all know what he's talking about, right? Loud, packs, dope so loud, it's annoying. I just thought it was a bar. Trying to get it off. We got cheese like Asiago. The one thing I say about him that I think different than many, I think that there is a mind behind this madness. I'm just listening to his bars. These aren't regular drill rapper bars. I'm saying he's clever. He said, I'm already white hoe. I don't need no white bitch. Then he flipped it. I'm already white bitch. I don't need no white hoe. I feel like there's a little more here than, because the exterior is always very cool. I got it under control. I'm with mine. We throw our gang signs and all that. But rappers are always, at the end of the day, rappers. Like, let's be honest. Gang members don't rap. Most don't. There's been a crossover, but for the most part, it's like rappers rap. Guys who want to be really good at rapping usually end up being the guys that rap. That's usually how that goes. You might be with the real ones, But I was that guy. E Block, 1900 Emerson Block, Denver, Colorado. Ask about his black hole. I was the guy that everybody was telling, "Hey, that's not what you do. You rap. You be with us, but you rap. Go get your shit off." I mean, straight up. Shout out to my big homie Bone, Deuce used to write. Cats who really kept me, Chris Crow, Aaron, cats who kept me straight. That were really about like, that's you. You with us, but that's you, not this. I'll tell you this much. These are all just for the uninitiated. Obviously, he's talking about drugs. You guys be getting yourself indicted. If you really, really with that, but again, it's the bravado of it all, right? Drew down with that black ski. He said we got booger sugar. Drew down with that black ski. Now that boy a shoulda coulda. That means he never will because he's not. Okay. Drewski obviously holds has that show, that internet show, should have made it or what is it? Drewski, what is it called? Shoulda, what's it called? Oh, could have been records, right? So I mean, he's showing you. He's like, I'm on my shit. Hold on. Drew down with that black ski. Drew down with a black ski. Drew ski. Now that boy a could have been records you could even hear his voice. Like he speaks like a regular person, but raps like he's from and he's from Florida. So Anyway, I thought that the most instrumental of this, and the reason why I showed it again was that he hopped out. He hopped right out the gate. My point in the correlation that I'm drawing is that the creative license that one is allowed to take with one's own, sure, but we're splitting hairs when we're talking about comedy. You cannot expect. I don't feel like it's wise or even possible to expect for these artists, and that's what they are. Comedians are artistics. For them to now, do I believe that there are comedians who hide and harbor hatred in their comedy? Absolutely, I believe that. I absolutely believe that. I've met some who I'm just like, you really think that? And I'm not even talking about racist shit. I'm just talking about in general. Like you're an asshole and you hide behind. It's just jokes. Um, it's not lost on me but that's life. That's life. That's what you're dealing with. Not everybody you meet is going to present or be exactly as they present. And so I just thought that, and we can move on to another. I'll move on to another subject, but I just thought that where this started was is I look for places. We're all looking for places of rest and respite from the constant offense, from the constant division, from the constant angst of what is soon to be in what, 7 days, 6 days, 7 days from yesterday, 6 days from today. It's after midnight where I'm at. Um, the beginning of the end, I don't know, because it's over, but will it really be over? So if you look to sports, you can't find it. Joey Bosa shows up with a MAGA hat on. Now that's something to talk about. You look in comedy, gay comedian can't. Well, guys can't go to the Capitol now. This is one of my favorite comedians, has Shane Gillis has, to me, this is one of my favorite comedians. Um, Mind you, Shane Gillis got a job with Saturday Night Live, canceled shortly after they did their research on his podcast, and he had said some comedic things that were off color. I believe, I don't even know which ones they pointed out, whichever ones that got him fired. Because we're just living in this world where it's like, fuck. So now that's gone. Or hopefully that's over. That's what I told old boy. I think we're moving out of that space, and I hope it's a rapid return to normalcy where whether you want to assign malice, and you might have sussed it out. You might know for goddamn sure that the comedian that you're watching or that you're offended by is a racist. You might know that for, you know what? You owe it to the creative license of the space. You leave Sleeping Dogs Lie, because to edit one is to edit all, and we lose what I believe is still one of the greatest artistic forms that we have going, because as easily as they can poke fun at the world outside of them, most comedians make a living off of self-deprecative, self-investigative comedy, and they're just humans trying to figure it the fuck out. To hear that, first of all, it's just unsafe for the world that we live in. It's unsafe. Sorry, my white brethren. It's unsafe for you to speak freely. You guys gotta watch your step. It's a landmine of the shit that you could say wrong, especially I feel for y'all. I ain't gonna lie. I feel for my white brothers because the ones that I align with, the ones that I align myself with are ones who obviously aren't racist because I'm a man of color. But also have a good sense of humor about it and don't walk around trying to shoulder the load of people who they aren't related to, actions that they didn't commit. I make good judgments on the people that I'm around based on the energy I get off them and the type of friend that they and person that they show themselves to be in my life and the lives of the people that are around them. This is the way to live your life. And to have white people walking around, I don't need it. Like that guy who I was arguing with on Twitter, this guy here is an ally. Okay. This guy here, ally, complete asshole. Way overdoes it. The morals, the moral superiority and the just the need to overdo the looking out for me and mine. He didn't even realize I had to tell this guy. I had to tell this guy in one of our exchanges. You do realize I'm black. I'm not offended by it. I'm black. So, it to me, it's so overblown. Let me get back to Shane Gillis, because he's a master at what he does. Hold on. All right. I want to get to this joke about racism, but I also don't want to just plagiarize his show and his stand-up routine. Go watch Shane Gillis. I think he's hilarious. And I really do appreciate. Okay, here's one of my favorite. Mike Epps. Hopefully I can find hopefully I can find oh my god. This is another guy who like white people, your kids will kill you. Say about my right. This is it. So where does it Now, what people will tell me is the most allied of allies will say, "Well, that's not racist. He's just, he's making a joke at he's making a joke at the propensity for young white men to be murderers." So, I don't know. I don't know if you call it what do you call that? What do you classify that as? Anyway, and it's a stereotype that fits the model whenever you hear let's keep it a buck, keep it a thou wow, whole stack. Whenever you hear lone gunman, who do you think of? Am I telling tales out of school? I remember the guy. It's not funny. Excuse me. The what was it? Beltway Park sniper. Was that what it was? The black dude, former military, and the young black kid that he was with. When it first got announced, you know what I wasn't thinking and what no one else was thinking? That was a black guy. I'm just being honest. If I okay, problem. Get out of here. Have y'all seen the cartoon version of this? Like, a shootout. Here it goes. Listen, man. Half of the fun of a comedy, besides a good anecdotal comedian, a comedian that can just come up with, an anecdote, a story that connects with life in some way, but maybe not anybody's real life. Hilarious shit. Hilarious. But in the other instances, the thing that makes comedy funny is the fact that it's irreverent in places. They're saying things that anyone could misconstrue for insensitive based upon whomever. And if we can't have that, I don't know what the fuck. I don't know what the fuck. I'm running out of places. I'm being honest. I'm running out of respites. I might just have to find top of the mountain. I might have to finally find that monk mountain and go rest upon it cross-legged because the world ain't for me no more. The world is no longer a place that I feel welcome because I'm gonna laugh at an off-color joke and not read into it past whether or not it made me laugh. I'm going to find the humor in something said that's humorous and only look for the humor. If we go in now, there was questions because okay, this was Megan. I'll keep this. We can keep this one going. There's still room to go. This was Megan Kelly's response to Tony Hinchcliffe's set. And I saw, actually, to be honest with you, I also saw the science in what she's saying here. She's she's almost, oh, you can almost see it, the skeleton in her face. She's pissed though. She's hot. I mean, she's like, oh, wait a minute. So I don't understand what that means. There were a lot of women. There were a lot of women. I mean, she's not wrong from a strategy standpoint. I will say from a strategic standpoint, she's not wrong because what could you have been thinking? You brought in a guy who probably got on your radar either via Joe Rogan or via Kill Tony or via his roast performance. What did you think he was going to come in and do? What did you think his approach was going to be? He wasn't going to come in and give a political speech. And I don't, you know what? I don't think they did, and I don't think he was reading off a prompter either. It seems like all of his material was written on note cards because he keeps looking down. So what did you think you were going to get out of him? Yeah, he's got note cards. And, did you not vet what it was that he was gonna say? Did you not feel the need to vet what it was that he was gonna say? So she's not wrong from a political strategic standpoint, but that's the problem. That is the problem. And I don't think we've realized that this zero sum game that everyone is playing, well, not everyone, that the two sides are playing in this binary have the rest of us all caught in the wash, in the wake of its insanity, held hostage by the moment that is for y'all life and death. For all of us, certainly a change for the better or for the worse. Things are going so well for a lot of people economically. So I don't know what the fuck one person's hiring is going to do in days or months when it comes to families who can't afford groceries that they used to be able to stockpile their refrigerator with without much squeeze. You know what I mean? So it's like, but this zero sum game of my side, because it is sports, please believe it. For the two sides and the people that are so deeply invested in the outcome of this election, which should we all be? Yes, it's your country. We live here. It's my country. I live here. Do I believe my vote counts. As long as you tell me that there's a such thing as an electoral college, I know that. And it can override or it can trump, no pun intended, the popular vote. I know my vote doesn't count. They're electors. They'll tell you that. I mean, we all know this. So then the back and forth and the viciousness, all it serves to do is divide the people who stand to lose the most by being divided, which is those of us who are not in the decider class, those of us who are not in the information class, the professional, that I'm talking about, the mainstream media, those of us who are not in the donor class, those of us, the division hurts us the most because of the landscape, and with that being said, it's like, what the fuck, man. I just wanted to watch the game, Joey Bosa. I just wanted to watch the game. I wanted for a second to have a place where that didn't become center, because it's centered already. There's enough. It's front and center. I want you to block. I want you to tackle. Now, having said that, I am not the guy. I'm not the shut up and dribble guy. I'm the guy who's desperately searching out places where there's, rest from what I'm being told is, on one side or the other, the end of the free world. Right? There was something though. Hold on. Let's see. Oh my God. Talk about jokes. Poorly timed. Not even poorly timed. I don't even have the energy for it. Oh, rounding third base. Giancarlo Stanton. Look at his run. Eddie's. This was game 3, mind you. This was game 3. Thrown out at home. Let's see that again. Bow. If you could leg this out, dig, brother, dig. Why does he run like that, right? Thrown out. Bow. Look how people represented it. Stanton rounding. Hold on. It was another one. Giancarlo Stanton has a bat on him, but them wheels ain't wheeling. His wheels ain't wheeling. Giancarlo Stanton was running in slow motion trying to score. Oh no, this was my favorite. Like, Stanton. Undefeated. Twitter remains undefeated. Like, Stanton. Giancarlo Stanton. This kid was not having it. I don't need it. Horrible. Leg it out. Leg it out, young man. Leg it out. Oh, he's gonna score. He's gonna score. Why is he running like that? He is literally. All right, Deuce. Deuce. He said no. One of the guys to do. It's, I can't even do that one. I can't. Let's see what else is trending on Twitter. I might get back to that one. Okay, I got to show y'all something. You want a comedy, something brutal? You want to see something brutal? We'll get back to that. We can get rid of this. You want to see something brutal? Y'all want to see a dead body? Since we're talking about it, this person on the other side is just so fucking. Did you guys see this? Hold on. Yes. That's. Wait a minute. You You should come on stream with. My sister, is this what? Is this the costume? Is this the costume? Come on stream, please. Say hello. Let it be, Joanne Reader. Let it be. Hold on, I gotta wait. Let it be. Oh, let it be. Come on. Come on. Whisper word. Look at let it be. Wait, we got to start from the top because I don't know the words. You would know the words. It's alright. It's alright. I don't know the words to the song. I don't know the words to the song. So give it. At night I. It's called Let It Be. But what the lyrics? The lyrics. The lyrics. Oh, it's Let It Be. All right, let's go. Of trouble, Mother Mary. Whisper words of wisdom. Let it be. Let it be. Let it be. Let it be. Oh, let it be. Almost hair. Don't lose your hair. Let it be. Let it be. Let it be. Let it be. Whisper words of wisdom. Let it be. Thank you. Thank you. Hold on. Round of applause for Joanne Reid. Round of applause. Round of applause. Round of applause. That's my big sister. That's my big sister. Yeah. See, you never know what's going to happen on Good News Television. You never know. Tight knit family. That's going in the archives. So it's a tradition. I don't know anyone who loves holidays more than my sister. I don't know anyone who loves, and we grew up in one of those holiday celebrating families. But I don't know anyone. Christmas, she's on it. Halloween, she's on it. Two different costumes, two different costumes. She'll have it. This is a celebrating a holiday celebrating Mickey Ficky. She don't fuck around when it comes to our holidays. And I'm the stick in the mud guy. I'm like, I haven't dressed up for Halloween since I was in grade school. No, that's not true. 2011, 2009, I would say was the last time. I was Ice Cube. I was straight out of Compton, Ice Cube, Halloween 2008 or 9, one of those two. Last time I dressed up for Halloween. Joy, you can't stop her. She is unmatched in costume choices. Yes. Messy things, aren't they? I wanted to show y'all something. Whoa. Hold on. Let's get this back up. Not playables. They're gonna have to bring out white chalk and yellow tape for this person, I feel like. Because cringe doesn't do it justice. Awkward is about as close as I could get. Where is it at? There we go. Boom. trying to find this Kamala Harris. Oh my God. Dance challenges. I'm gonna do a whole react. I'm gonna do a whole react just on dance challenges and how captured the culture is by every new dance challenge. Florida high school cafeteria worker allegedly sent student pic of unclothed breasts. So there's that. Hold on. There's some unclothed breasts. She was trying to show a little cleavage there. Their Nick. Not gonna do that one for sure. This comedy, comedy. Okay, get ready for it. Cringe and three, two, one. Oh, oh God. Let's do it again. How do you fuck up all the time? If there was one more time, one more time, one more time. Let's see. Let's see. Oh, talk about comedy. Hold on. It's so hard. It's so hard. It's hard. I'm just being honest, and I'm not talking about my member. It's hard. It's hard. It's very. It's just. It's what? Like, Michael, what? It was going so swimmingly too. It's going so well. Going so well, right? Going well, going well, going well. Now, and then that, then this. What? It's just, oh, yeah, I guess so. You just turned Shinola into shit, and that is about all of us. 6 long, excruciating days. Mm, mm, mm. Lord, Lord, help the children. Help bless the V's and the children. Help us, Lord. Another cringe moment. Yet another. This was he's not much better. Like this is during a disaster. Like what? It's only a GIF, so there's no sound accompanying it. Um the reaction, by the way, I thought in land. You're super. That's good perspective. Let's see if there's any more. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Now this is the part I don't care because this is crazy. The perspective is stark. Okay. This was an equal opportunity offender. This part, oh my god. These, these people, I want to be honest with you because I know no other way to handle it. Grandstand much. Really? How many times do you go back? Let's be honest. You love it. But how many times are you there? The anger. Look at the seriousness. The steel-eyed glance. I don't take no shit from nobody. Talk about my people and my island. Yeah, it's mine. I'm the most wanted man on my island. Talk about Ireland. Yeah, it's mine. Movie. What movie is that from? You guys don't know Jack. I'm the most wanted man on my island. Talking about Ireland. Yeah, it's mine. Bit of a wild man, aren't you? I seem to be in for good company then. God, this movie is so amazing. If I fight with you, will I get to Cali English? Then this man. Oh, will I get a hand? What a that's father. Don't move from subject. That's into the classroom. Same with you doing a knife past you and your guard's old man. That's my friend, Irishman. Excellent. I'm the most wanted man on the island. Island, of course. Yeah, it's mine. Look at him. Bit of a madman. He was ended up being the homie, whereas this guy, you only see him for a glimpse. This guy is a Scots. This guy's a Scot, and he very much not. Hold on, we got to see the guy who's not the homie. The guy who's gonna try and assassinate him. This guy. Oh wait, no, that's not the assassin. That's not the assassin. That's the homie whose wife got taken in prima nocta. Hold on. The problem with Scotland is that it's full of Scots. You guys haven't seen Braveheart? Like, what the hell? You haven't seen Braveheart? Like, what the hell? The problem with Scotland is that it's full of Scots. You know, I'm get them out. Sick of it. If we can't get them breed, what is it? Longshanks wasn't no joke. Longshanks? Lord? Longshanks? The name alone. Lord Longshanks. If we can't get them out, we'll breed them out. Oh, it's late and I'm fasting. That was I've been on juice for the last I mean, I'm surprised. I've been on juice. I had an avocado and some kimchi the other day because I don't hold myself to a starvation fast. It's more so I just don't eat most solids. I don't. It'll be juice. If I need something, it'll be a piece of fruit. So I'm sorry that you had to deal with that. What are my favorite scenes in Braveheart? If we can't get them out, we'll breed them. Look, he didn't like being told that his plan was excellent. Is it? Longshanks was no joke. I don't need you to tell me. Who is this person that speaks to me as if I need? Let's see. Longshanks throws boyfriend from window. Let's see if it comes up. His poor delicate son. Oh, nephew. Is this person? Nice. It's his boyfriend. Quite high. Would be your assessment of the present situation? Oh, yeah. Longshanks was a gangster. Gangster. Lord Longshanks, as it were. What would be your assessment of the present situation? Gotta love Lord Longshanks. Gotta love Longshanks. We love Longshanks. Do we not? Yes. What would be your assessment of the present situation? Get up. Um, yeah, this I saw. So Dwayne had his statue revealed at whatever they're calling their arena in down in Miami. And I saw this the other day and I was like, what the hell? I mean, oh my god. That is, and when he accepts it, let's see, Dwayne Wade, when he accepts it, I think he kind of knows like that don't look shit like me. Dwayne, hold on. Let's do this on the boob tube, the YouTubes. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Let's see. Oh, there we are, huh? Let's see. YouTube. Oh, what? Dwayne Wade. Oh my god, this was so bad. It looks so crazy. It ain't you. Like, it looks so crazy. We're all trying to this is what was he tried to play it off. Like, what? Who sculpted that? Look at it. Looks like an insane person. And it doesn't look like Dwayne Wade, literally at all. In like, it's not even close. It's not that it doesn't look, it's not even close. And that is going to be there forever. Forever. That's gonna be there. Squints Polydorus. That's gonna be there, Squints Polydorus, forever. And he said, forever. Whoa. That's just really, really bad. That's really like really bad. As statues go, like I wonder if there's okay, let's see. I want to see. Yeah, right. What? Like what? How? They have to, right? Like, don't you have to make he looks like, oh, that's fucked up, but it's accurate. I am legend. I am legend. A great honor. For sure. Can't take it down. Like, can they do that? Would you how vain? This is a great question. Do you think Dwayne Wade, who I heard in his home, when you first walk in, there is a picture, this might even be not just urban legend. Dwayne Wade, giant picture in home. Doesn't Dwayne Wade have a giant picture of himself in his home? Giant picture of himself in front entrance of his home. I heard or I thought I read this somewhere. This might be no, no, no. Mm-mm. Fans roast Dwayne Wade. The New York Post is they don't they spare none. They spare none. It was a day. Let me read this properly. Let's get some good reading music here. Royalty free lo-fi. Yeah, bitches. Yeah, yeah, channels. How much we got here? Wade statue of him famous in just one problem. The statue did not look remotely close to the three-time NBA champion. The internet was quick to jump on the hilarity of the photos of the statue made their rounds on social media, with users turning it into a meme. You like with his back turned, he's looking at that statue. Like me, nigga. Like who the fuck did you motherfuckers get to do? The question is would Dwayne be in the right to ask if this taken down be made to more fit his face? He's gotta love it. He's gotta celebrate it. You have to celebrate it. When Pat Riley won't give you max money, so you have to sign with the Bulls, one person wrote above the picture of the statue. That's Wayne Day. Wayne Dade is classic. That's Wayne Dade? Holy shit. Wayne Dade. Beautiful. That's brilliant. Miami Heat did Dwayne Wade dirty. Man, who the hell is this? Miami Heat did Dwayne Wade filthy with this statue at LMAO. Miami Heat unveiled the statue on Sunday outside their home arena 8 months after it had been announced that the team would be honoring their all-time score. Miami is also planning to honor Wade with an in-game ceremony when the Heat host the Pistons on Monday night. So that just happened last night. This is great. Well, the night before last night. It's already been. This is crazy. Wade said on Sunday, according to the Associated Press. I want to feel this. Life goes by so fast, and it's very rare that we get to feel things. What? Because we're always off to the next thing. I wanted to feel this. Man, I wanted to look at it. Are you sure? Come on. Is that how you really feel? Come on. Come on. If you were being honest, come on. First of all, life goes by so fast. It's very rare that we get to feel it. I feel things every day. Like you're in your body. I know what he's talking about. The statue also includes a wall that lists Wade's accomplishments near the front doors of the arena. As the greatest player ever in Miami Heat history, yes, it's his day. It's his family's day. He's like, show me that's like you motherfuckers. You motherfuckers. You motherfucker. Look at this. Now look at me. Now look at this. Now me. Look at him. Now look at him. Now look at him. Now look at him. Do I look anything like this? That's not my face. That's not my beautiful Dwayne Wade face. How dare you? That's Dwayne Wade. Okay, that looks a little more. That's a little, from that angle, it's a little, a little more boxy in the head. This is a very square happening. It's very square, very angular, little more true to form there. Wade is a member of the Basketball Hall of Fame and is one of 6 players in franchise history to have their numbers retired. Damn, the Heat have retired 6 numbers. Udonis Haslem, Chris Bosh, Tim Hardaway. Don't retire anybody's number. Shaquille O'Neal had his number retired with the Heat. We get it. Staple. Drafted him, retired with them, got it. Chris Bosh, I don't have a problem with it. Tim Hardaway, killer crossover, not a problem. Shaquille O'Neal, that's a reach. That's a Denver Broncos, Peyton Manning is one of ours style reach. That is a Colorado Avalanche retire Ray Bork's jersey in the rafters. Shaquille O'Neal in the Heat, he retired Shaq's number. Now, let's see. Shaq spent he won a chip. He won a chip with D Wade. But I mean, how many years was Shaq in Miami Heat? That's a reach. That one is come on. You're doing too much. You're trying way too hard. The Miami Heat to retire Dwayne Wade's number or Chris Bosh. Shaq was born the same year as me. 2004 to 2008. So he spent 4 years with the Heat. God, Shaq went every year. Yeah. I mean, if anything, 4 years in Orlando, 8 years in Los Angeles, where his lore, this is where he cemented himself as the greatest, right? This was come along for the ride, and he helped Dwayne Wade get a chip, and then at the same time got himself another one. No one wants to remember these years. These are all the years when it should have long been over, when he was just chasing. This was just chasing Shaq. Great career. Shaq had a great career. Um, a bit of a cad though. Isn't there news about Shaq and sliding into DMs? Oh, it was the Angel Reese comments. This was pretty cringe. I don't know. It's an interesting conversation because Angel Reese, who has made quite a name for herself off the court in terms of just how she's showing up in places, in spaces, particularly with how she's dressed. And we'll just go through it. Shaquille O'Neal faces backlash after making comments about Angel Reese's little shorts on her podcast. Oh my God. The WNBA star who described O'Neal as, quote, a father figure appeared uncomfortable after the NBA's alums comments. Now we're gonna get to let's do the comments first. It's gonna be the whole thing. We don't. I want part. Let's get here. Let's get her comment. We'll read the article, but let's get we can get a more direct. Go to Twitter. Twitter's definitely have it. Shaq. Joel. And she seems. I mean, that's clearly- and I think that the all right. So now let's read the article. I want to make sure I go here so I can get the conversation. Shaquille O'Neal faces backlash after making comments about Angel Reese's quote little shorts on her podcast. Oh my God. WNBA star who has described O'Neal as quote a father figure. That means you got no shot. Appeared uncomfortable after the NBA alum's comments. Shaquille O'Neal is facing criticism after making comments about an outfit that WNBA star Angel Reese recently wore. The October 24th episode of the podcast, Unapologetically Angel. I thought it was called Oh My God. Oh, that's what she said. Okay. That's what she should have called her podcast. That's what she said. If I were a female and I had a podcast, you know what my podcast would be called? It would be called That's What She Said. That is gold, ladies. You owe me. Anybody who wants to take that. The 52-year-old retired athlete basketball player, but an athlete, just the same, who has previously discussed his close bond with Reese, 22, discussed imagining the Chicago Sky forward dunking a basketball in a pair of little shorts. Is that what he's while discussing how lowered rims could impact the WNBA? Not a bad idea, by the way. O'Neal said, "Imagine you in some little shorts." Well, here's what he said. Referring to the shorts Reese wore while making a cameo at the Wildin' Out live tour Chicago stop earlier this month. Oh, that was in Chicago. Hold on. Then Shaquille went on to say, "Cuz you tripping." They left Cuz out. They left Cuz out. He did say you tripping, but he said "Cuz you tripping." In response, Reese appeared to roll her eyes, laugh uncomfortably, and say, "Oh my God." Okay, laugh uncomfortably. Let's make sure that we all agree that she's laughing uncomfortably. You see the short. Now, sleep. Lots of athletes. So, we'll continue to read. Say, "Oh my God." What? What? The little ass shorts you had on Wild 'N Out, O'Neal continued before Reese attempted to cut him off and change the topic. All right, all right, all right. Okay. Before moving on from the topic, however, the NBA alum clarified that he wouldn't buy the theoretical T-shirt himself, telling Reese that she is gorgeous. Not beautiful or good looking, you are gorgeous, he said. There's a lot of gorgeous women in the W. Following O'Neal's episode, he faced backlash online for his comments and how uncomfortable they seemed to make Reese. On one post on X, nearly 100,000 likes reads, Angel Reese learned a painful lesson about men through Shaq in real time. I fear. Okay. Another post called out the retired athlete for sexualizing Angel Reese when he's 30 years her senior and has kids older than her. He sexualized her? I just want to make sure that we're clear that he's not her handler and did not make her wear these, correct? Which is the sexualizing part, I guess. Him commenting on what she had on sexualizes her, or her wearing what she had on sexualizes her, is the question I would ask this person who tweeted that. I wonder if we can just bring up that post. I think it will. Shaq sexualizing Angel Reese when she's 30 years kids old. The question remains for me, who sexualized him or her? Earlier this year, Reese described O'Neal, who escorted her and her mom during LSU Senior Day celebration as, quote, "father figure" while speaking with USA Today. Super inspiring to me. He's so genuine, been there for me tough times. Oh, he wants to be there. He's been there for me through tough times. He just gets it. Oh, he wanna get it. And there's a lot, and there's not a more perfect person for me to be tight with. He said, "Oh, I think he wants to see how tight it is. We have fun, and if I need anything, he would help me." And he would do that even if I never played basketball. Oh, yeah, I'm quite sure. He doesn't care about me as a player, he cares about me as a person. None of that plays well. All of that plays like, grooming. Shaq's had his problem, man. DJ Academics, talks a lot about DJ Academics talks a lot about Shaq, sliding into DJ Academics. Apparently, Shaq is notorious for, the slizzle. Um, hold on, that weird music has to stop. I don't know about that. Like, if you guys don't know, those who don't know DJ Academics, wildly entertaining at times, definitely, has a weird relationship with verbalizing how he feels about women. I think there's just this weird, you know, new thing that these kind of red pill type guys have that where they just go all the way over the top to I don't know the line. I don't it's not even I'm not even talking about being politically correct. I'm just talking about being completely crass. And to say that Shaq is moving toward being the next Diddy is one thing. To say you fuck with that is I don't know. Well, I mean, he's got longer money. You know, Shaq owns a lot of downtown Denver. I'm talking about the infrastructure, buildings. Shaq is a wildly successful businessman away from basketball, very rich. And we know that rich men feel like the world is their oyster. All of it. All of it. Well, I mean, he's 52. So while 52 is 8 years away from 60, approaching, that's not even on the other side of half the way there. So I say that as a 52-year-old man, soon to be myself. Stay in your lane. You're not wrong, but he's out of his element. We're gonna get to the point of why he's so he ain't lying though. Wait, what? Listen, I'm gonna clarify this for the people in the cheap seats. If you can make if you can make twice what most teachers make, at least close to twice what most teachers make in a calendar year to play professional gym for a living, you are getting away like a fucking bandit. Is it millions? No. But you play gym for a living. That means you have the rest of your day to do anything else to make money. What the fuck are we talking about? Angel Reese was complaining about her salary. Actually, she complained about her WNBA salary. She said something to the effect of, she can't even pay her rent with that. She's like, I can't even pay my rent with that. That's not even going to handle my bill. You can't pay my automobile. You can't pay my telephone bill. You can't pay my cell phone bill with that. Where is it at? Angel Reese said that whatever her WNBA salary is, you can't even pay my rent with that. I can't even buy new weave with that. I can't sit in the chair and get my hair did with that. Where's Angel Reese? Angel. I like Angel. I think she's not she's a different type of player than Caitlin Clark. Um she definitely is more of a, oh my god, this chick was bizarre. Yeah, I appreciate it. I mean, I don't have that problem. Wait, what? Anyway, Angel Reese, where is it at? By the way, guys, fellas, don't think the crowd can save you from what's happening. You got cheeks. Wow, wow, wow. Great form and everything. She got herself everything. Oh, you got the cheeks. Oh, my girl, you got them cheeks. What we doing? Mm, I don't know what to do with it. Let's see. Yeah, women are active these days. Like, here's another one. No, 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 no. Don't grab me. Don't hold me. Stop. Bow. Don't stop. Bow. Don't stop. Active. The ladies are active. This is next Tuesday. This is yeah, I get it. We get it. Uh, oh Christ. I was trying to find Angel Reese talking about her salary, and I forgot that I had recorded. Oh, bro was getting off. Nah, they're not 1900 Rugrat. They ain't doing it. They ain't doing it like 1900 Rugrat does it. We're gonna close out the 1900 Rugrat. I'm gonna do that in a second too. Cause hi, Megan. Hmm. Oh, that's not even Megan. All right. Hold on. I remember. I didn't forget. I did not forget what I was supposed to did. I did not forget what I was supposed to did. I did not forget what I was supposed to did. Trucked Angel Reese. Come on. She was talking about her salary. I mean, I worked for it now. Damn it. You gonna tell me about your salary, Angel. But we gonna talk about it. What is this person saying? Wages? Oh, that's right. I have a feeling that you heard her whatever she was saying, most people stopped listening and her follower list just went through the roof because Mm, mm. God knew what he was doing when he made a women. I will love a women. Is this my Angel Reese video? No. Is this my Angel Reese video? No. Easy Ed McCaffrey. Who the hell would sign up to fight Mike Tyson? That just seems like crazy talk. Left pocket got green, white got blues in it. Man, I don't got time for this shit. I'm trying to find Angel Reese. Y'all holding up my shit. Okay, here we go. Here we go. We're getting close. Stick with me, chat. Yeah, I knew I'd find my angel. Ooh, I'm sorry. That sounded a lot like Shaq. Angel Reese says her WNBA salary don't even cover her rent, barely covers her car note. 74,000. One of your bills? Well, I mean, she is. Where does she play? She plays in Chicago, so she's not paying like Angel Reese. Whoa, hold on. I'm getting there. Angel Reese, WNBA. Who she play for? Chicago Sky, I'm pretty sure. Angel Reese, blah blah blah. Yeah, she plays for the Chicago Sky. I mean, what's the tax rate in Chicago? Chicago. Unfortunately, you're in Illinois, so you got to pay state taxes. She got drafted to a team in Florida or Texas. Chicago payroll tax rate. I mean, it's pretty much the same wherever, right? 4.95%. You know what I mean? You can't make it work off $73,000 and all the endorsements in Chicago. I mean, she's just talking about her W. Like that doesn't pay one of your bills. Times. Now, that might be a reason to entertain Shaq's advances. He, I'm quite sure, would pay healthily for your living expenses. Angel, angel, you're my. Now, conversely, this young lady also went to LSU. This is what she did with her monies. Basketball star for I don't want to 4J. It's not how much you make, it's just about how you spend it. I mean, what's her salary? What what's uh, she's in college, goes to LSU. This must have been her, like, this must be her NIL money that she's making, turned into, acres. She bought acres for her people. So I guess it's not how much you're making, it's what you're spending it on. But, Angel, if you're listening, I mean, Shaq's obviously putting his bid in. He feels like there's something he can help you with. Now, he's on the podcast. Was he playing this up for, you know what I mean? Was he playing this up for content? Maybe. From everything I've heard about Shaq, not bloody likely. Like, are you slow? Got a new one. Like, he said, "I want your baby," and you think Shaq was talking? You think he was talking about your baby? Like he would put that in writing? Are you slow? Like what? Are you slow? Like why would he? Why would Shaq want your baby son? Like, are you slow? Shaq is not dumb enough to be sending kill threats. He's a damn near a billionaire. He's probably not close to it, but he's 100 millionaire for sure. Hundreds of millions of dollars. Shaq's gonna threaten to kill you, get you touched, and I don't believe it. Hold on, is Shaq a billionaire? I don't like pocket watching. I don't like all that pocket watching. 500 million. He's estimated to be worth half a billion. Uh, the one thing I don't agree with is 51, and I am 51, but that's not what's the like Bill Belichick is 72 and his girlfriend is 24. You're right, but 50 a 51-year-old man and a 20 some odd year old woman, that's a lot different than 72. Only seen Bill Belichick and Bill Belichick's catching Bill. I don't even know how to spell this dude's name. Belichick, 24-year-old girl. The fact that she's his girlfriend at all is just like, what? I was close. I mean, listen, man. Powerful men, rich men have always, you know what I mean? Bill Belichick reportedly struck up a relationship with a much younger woman following his shock split from longtime girlfriend Linda Holliday. The famed football coach reportedly started dating Jordan Hudson, who is 49 years his junior. So if she's 24, 23, he's 72. Shortly after his breakup from Holliday, a source close to former cheerleader told TMZ. Keep scrolling to learn more about the 8-time Super Bowl champion reported new flame. Do we want to know more about his reported new flame? The unlikely pair reportedly met on a flight in 2021 after bonding over a philosophy project the then student was working on. Bill Belichick strikes me as a philosophy guy. They exchanged numbers, and although their relationship was friendly at first, things turned romantic sometime after she learned how much he was worth. I mean, sometime in 2023. In fact, the duo was first spotted together as early as January 2023, 7 months before his breakup from Holiday was reported. Homewrecker, look at her, 23-year-old strumpet, homewrecker. The pair reportedly met in 2021 and bonded over philosophy. I bet they did. What is your philosophy on being my sugar daddy? I'm in. I believe that that would be wise for both of us. You, I'm trying to talk my Bill Belichick. I believe that that would be, wise for both of us. You would be, well taken care of, and I get 23 young, sweet, sweet, sweet ass. I get some sweet 23-year-old poon. I'm in. However, they didn't confirm their romance until news broke that Belichick was officially a single man, stepping out hand in hand in New Orleans. This doesn't appear to be just a fling for the former New England Patriots coach, as he reportedly stated, including Holiday in his business endeavors. She is throwing 20. She's got sweet poon. She's got sweet, sweet, sweet 23-year-old poon, which, I mean, I'm not going to be saying anything that no one's aware of. Older men, younger women, young poon. If you're 70 and you're getting some young poon, that's like a sweet deal. He's already including her in his business plans, and she is probably giving him all of the fringe benefits. You know what I'm talking about? You ever watch He Got Game? You ever watch the recruiting trip on He Got Game when Gita Shuttleworth has the team? She's just giving him some of that He Got Game. Hudson was a competitive cheerleader at Bridgewater State University in Massachusetts and even won a national championship title with the squad in 2021. In February, she acknowledged National Girls and Women's in Sports Day by sharing the positive impact cheerleading had on her life. Ready? Okay. I'm young. I'm hot. I've got a Bill Belichick on the spot. I give him this poem. I like to put out. That's how that read. I'd like to put out how grateful I am for the sport that kept me anchored through difficult seasons of adolescence and young adulthood, ingrained resilience, discipline, and punctuality into my bones. Now you're putting it on his bone. You know what I'm saying? It was cheap. It was cheap. A trick nonetheless. Thanks, JS, and brought me lifelong friends. However, she also thanked the quote, all medical professionals who helped her through neurological damage rehabilitation as resulted from repetitive concussions. Damn, were you getting dropped on your head, girl? Were you the top of the tower and a couple of the hating girls on the bottom just was dropping you on your dome piece? She graduated from BSU with a bachelor's degree in philosophy in May 2022. However, she seemingly kept up with the sport post grad as Belichick was spotted at the 2024 Coastal at the Capitol cheer and dance event in Maryland in March. Whoa, that's kind of crazy sounding. Bill Belichick attends cheerleading competition in DC. Oh my God. Forgoes NFL combine to go. She is throwing on this dude like he has never had before in his life. Are you shitting me? Well, I mean, now I will say this. Bill Belichick won multiple championships. He's probably had his fill with NFL football. He's retired. Like, watch this. Him and Peyton Manning. This is such a weird. Hopefully this just comes up. Brr, bing, brr. Man, I am definitely gonna put my boy back on before we get out of here. 1900 Rugrat is my new. Right now, that's my boy. You're my boy, Blue. Let's see. Peyton Manning, Bill Belichick, and Eli Manning. The way Peyton is just sitting, I mean, the way Bill Belichick is just sitting here. Oh God, it's gonna come up. Hold on. It's like, are you okay, Bill? He looks like he's high. He looks like he's high as a kite. Bill Belichick is living his best life, just crushing marijuana, crushing young poon. Hello, God, crushing marijuana. He looks like he's smoking marijuana anyway. The way he's slumped in his couch. Hopefully, God, this got to come up. This has got to come up. I know I saved it. I know I did. I know I saved it. Bill Belichick, don't fail me. Don't fail me. I know I saved it. He's got a young 24, 23, 24-year-old girlfriend. She's putting on little pants. Megan the Stallion shows up. Megan's in my feed a lot. Don't judge me. She's fine as hell. Okay. Yep. We're getting close. Come on. White Pockets got blues in it. I don't know what to do with it. You ever watch like Peyton and Eli have that thing that they do simulcast with they have that thing that they do. There goes Angel Reese in them little wilding out shorts. They have that thing that they do simulcast with Monday Night Football. And Bill Belichick, I don't know if he's with them normally. Kendrick Perkins, piece of shit. I feel comfortable saying that. It doesn't bother me one bit. God damn it. Y'all are like, damn, Warren, your feed is full of all kinds of stuff, including the ladies. I'm a man and I'm single. Hold on. Oh my God, have you seen this shit? I'm telling you, man, we are just living in a world full of people with nothing but time. Could you have ever expected? Don't worry, I didn't come for Bill Belichick. So obviously not face. No. Face underneath face. But she put that on. And I believe went outside. Like, so fellas, you gotta keep it on the swivel, man. You gotta, I'm telling you right now, you have to be very cognizant of, dark, so like darkly lit club. You're dancing, the drinks are flowing, and you're a little bit too far down the rabbit hole. You're looking to get a little more loose. You know what I'm saying? This is what some people like. What and why? The trouble to get it off means the work that it took to put it on, and all of that. She's a pretty girl too. I don't know why she needed that for. Bill Belichick, high as hell. I should have labeled this Bill Belichick high as hell. Just put it in a thing all on its own. Beep. See, I got a lot of politics in there too. Dana Bash, all kinds of shit. Come on, come on, come on. Do the locomotion. Hopefully this comes up. Oh, come here. Cross, dribble. Oh, through the leg. Pull you. Cross, dribble, turn. Through the, oh my God. That was nasty. Oh, come here. Your ankles. If you didn't understand, I want your ankles. All right, let's see if we can find this. Let's see if we can find it. Let's see if we can find it. Come on, Billy. Oh, hello. Ah, bollocks. Bollocks. It's just not right there. It's supposed to be right there, you guys. It's supposed to be right there. I'm not gonna find it. Anyway, Bill Belichick's living his best life. This guy. This guy. Um, I'm not gonna find it. Bill Belichick is sitting with. Let me see. I should just Googled it. I guess I should have just Googled it. I guess I should have just Googled it. Bill. I still don't know how to spell this dude's name. Peyton Eli Manning. I wonder what my neck looks like when I'm back like this. Monday Night Football. Bird. Okay. Okay. Can we get a video? Is there a video? But this wasn't the one. Like, he's got on a hoodie and he's just slumped. He's just slumped in this chair watching with these dudes. And Eli is like, "Oh, you're about to throw a pick," or he's got on a gray hoodie. Oh, bollocks. It looks so crazy. And I'm just like, he's just high off of his. I think Bill Belichick is like, I'm done with football. I got me a hot young co-ed former. I'm just crushing poon, weed, and going to cheerleading competitions. As the NFL world gathered in Indianapolis this past weekend to rub elbows with the newest crop of rookie prospects, Bill Belichick was roughly 600 miles away watching cheerleading. TMZ Sports has learned the former New England Patriots head coach opted to forego NFL Combine on Saturday in favor of attending the 2024 Coastal at the Capitol cheerleading event in National Harbor, Maryland. Witnesses tell us the 71-year-old had a seat in the back row of the Gaylord National Resort Convention Center to catch at least one of the competing team's routines before he left. We're told Belichick declined to take pictures while there, although he was polite and cordial to fans throughout his time at the venue. It's unclear exactly why the future Hall of Famer was in the building. Oh, they didn't even know at this time. When was this written? That is adorable. This is in March of this year, so they didn't even know. They're like, "Oh, is his granddaughter going there? Is his grand? I mean, maybe he's got a niece. Maybe he's got a niece or something that's there." It's like, no, I'm crushing hot young poon, and one of my girlfriends is in the competition. That's great. Whoa, Billy boy. You know what I mean? When you spend so much time just so serious, you know what I mean? You're so, winning championships and doing all that, sometimes you just want to step away from all of it and find you a hot young, strumpet and, you know, throw money at her. You know what I mean? Look at that guy. Look at him. And look at that girl. That's the match made in heaven. Look at it. I mean, they're both into philosophy and they're both into the philosophy of him spending his money on her. I'm not saying that that's the only aspect of their relationship. What does a 24-year-old woman see in a 71-year-old man? They meet I mean, he's obviously a smart dude. Apparently they bonded over philosophy. So I'm quite sure there's a lot that they have in common. They both love how much money he's earned. I'm kidding. I don't mean that. I'm quite sure that she has love for him. I'm quite sure. No, I'm being serious now. Now I'm being serious. Before I wasn't being serious. Right now, I'm seeing she seems like a silly person, a little quirky. She's got parrots on her arm. She's probably not your average 23, 24-year-old in terms of, what interests her, what she finds attractive. You know what I mean? Where most young women who are dating a man, 49-year-old, their senior would be like, dating him for the money. She probably genuinely loves his personality. I mean, I don't have a hard time believing that. Let's see Bill Belichick's net worth. About 70 million. Not bad. Not bad over an NFL career. That's like a quarter, by the way, of what NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell earns in a year. Like that's less than that. That's actually because I know last time I saw it was like $48 million or something like that he made in this last year. It might have been 74. Matter of fact, Roger Goodell most recent salary. Okay, 64 million. It's crazy. That's in a year. It's in one fiscal year. Good on Goodell. All right, I'm tired. I love y'all. Good news travel fast. Fastest growing reaction channel on the entire interweb. My name is Oren Lamena. Follow Good News Travel Fast on all platforms: Twitter, Facebook, obviously here on YouTube. Tell a friend. I'm going to start posting links. So I'm going to start posting links in the chat that allow you to just pop in video wise if you want to. Give me your thoughts on whatever you're good newsing on. What do you think about that? I like conversation. I love back and forth. I love to talk, sometimes with myself, sometimes with other people. If you'd like to be one of the people that I'm talking with, feel free to hop in, make your presence felt, make your presence known. We love these. This pleases us. Good? Great. Grand. Have a good night.
And now it's time to play everybody's favorite game.
Me have something like combination. can't wrong.